Hey, I'm Brianna Régine, an award-winning brand growth strategist for entrepreneurs and decision makers who feel stuck and are ready to get strategic about reaching their next level. But let's be clear. In this podcast, we ditch the highlight reel and get into the raw, real stories of what it takes to build a brand from the people making it happen. No more perfect perceptions of success, no more unrealistic expectations, no more feeling powerless. This is your go-to space for the real deal Holyfield about business growth, full of obstacles, funny stories, real talk, self-reflections, hot takes on current events, and must-have tips. If you've got a fresh idea brewing, you're a sucker for new strategies and insights, or you need to be reminded of how freaking dope you are, this podcast is for you. Let's get into it. You guys, I thought about doing a 2024. Is it 2024 wrapped or 2024 unwrapped? Whatever. But I'm not going to do that. Instead, I am going to read you what I put on my F it, no BS list for 2025 in hopes that it gives you either the motivation to also write your no BS list for 2025, things you will not allow, or you'll feel inspired to take one of mine. And I did not come up with this idea. Okay, I have this lovely F it planner. Okay, ooh, you can see my moisturizer on here, but this F it planner, I've been getting these for the past 3 years. The first one was gifted to me by one of my best friends, and I've been getting these ever since. They're from sassyquotespress.com. I actually think this brand is located in Connecticut, which is really, really cool. But I got a hardcover one this year to accompany my calendar, my F it calendar. And at the beginning of the book, you have like your calendar, obviously. This is also not paid by any means. I'm just literally talking through what's in here. You have your F yes, goals and ish. Okay. And then you also have your F no, BS. Okay. And it says the best way to let more happiness into your life is to get rid of soul suckering. I just combined those words. The best way to let more happiness into your life is to get rid of soul sucking effery. Toxic people, negative thoughts, perfectionism, and other ish can F off. What BS will you trash? Now, if you know me, you know that I actually am a cusser. But for the sake of this podcast, I am keeping it PG. Okay, so the first thing that I have on here on my F no BS list that I will not tolerate in 2025 is bad mouthing myself. I feel like I don't do it often, but I feel like it creeps in, especially when I am self sabotaging myself, which is number 2 on my F no BS list. We're saying no to self sabotage. I feel like it shows up more so personally versus professionally, but either way, we're saying no to it, okay? We're saying no. Third thing, bad energy that sucks my soul and makes me think negatively or makes me anxious. When I wrote this one, I particularly thought about social media and the comparison game. As confident as I feel like I am, I'm human. I have my moments when I'm scrolling and I see individuals who may be in the same line of work as me. And I'm like, damn, they get so much praise, so much love. They may get so much work. At least that's the perception, right? These are sort of the things you tell yourself when you go in down your downward spiral. But yeah, I don't want any energy that is bad, whether it comes from me and my thoughts and my moments of self-doubt, self-sabotage, or it has nothing to do with me and the devil himself is just trying to bring it over here, girl. I ain't got time for it. I do not have time. Keep that over there, okay? I am a bad energy repellent. Ugh, you get nothing from me. Okay, the fourth thing on my list is I'm saying F no to not speaking up when I know something is right or I feel strongly about something because of my values. I feel like I'm pretty vocal, especially when I am advocating for what's right. But I think it's more so the latter part, especially when I feel strongly about something because of my values. And I want to be mindful of not being silent in spaces where it's important for me to be vocal. But at the same time, I want to be mindful of when I speak up and when I am speaking, that it's actually adding value to that space. And I don't think whenever I say something, it doesn't add value, but I just want to be mindful and elevate my intentionality to speak up when I need to. And then when I do speak up, make sure that I'm speaking and saying what's meant to be said, if that makes sense. Also, on my F no BS list is pretending to be something that I'm not. I feel like I don't do that now, but as you evolve, as you become more successful, as you navigate different rooms and things like that, you can unconsciously pick up habits or pick up things that may seem attractive to you, and you sort of start to emulate what you see. And I always just want to make sure that that I'm not pretending to be something that I'm not, especially going into this year where I feel like it's going to be a different level and it's going to require a different level of myself. So I always want to stay grounded in my truth as it evolves, but as long as it stays mine and it's not trying to be something that I'm not, because I feel like it's more accepted to be X, Y, and Z. Another thing on my F no BS list, perfectionism. We're getting rid of that. Out of here. Clip it, okay? I need to get back in my bag of when I enter a space, it's because I'm meant to be there. And anything that I do, I don't half ass it anyway. That's not my nature. And so the proportion or the percentage to which I'm putting something out there, even if I feel like it's not this crystal clean cut version that I see in my mind, my level of strategic thinking already puts me ahead of other people, things, outcomes. So I need to just do it. I need to pull the trigger more because I'm already doing it in a way that is intentional. And I feel like when you lead with intentionality, you're gonna get some sort of good return on investment. Self doubt, that's on here. Playing small. Oh my God. Yeah. This is one that I really need to get in my bag about. Not playing small and playing big in every shape, form, or fashion. And when I wrote this, I thought business, but I think also too, just like personally, right? Like if I'm going to the supermarket and I have a lovely outfit that I want to put on, I want to get dressed, think big, put it on. Might as well, right? Like do the most. Um and I feel like I'm embracing that more. Like I like nice things. I like to feel a certain way about myself when I go outside. So even if I'm tired and I don't feel like always doing everything to look like I'm going out to a black tie event every time. At least do little things so that way I'm always showing up as big and taking up space and just feeling confident and great about myself and being able to carry and magnetize my aura for me but also for others so they can do the same. Like we're not playing small, we're big only, big only. No BS, or sorry, F no BS. Half-assing, that's not in my nature anyway, but I just want to make it clear that I want to keep that up. We are not doing that. And I want to make sure that I'm not considering something half ass if it's not perfect. Progress is better than perfection. Sometimes you need to get it done, unless you'll never get it done. Um, Another thing on my list is believing I need to be worthy in order to receive. We're going to stop doing that. I feel like that is something subconsciously that I believe and in certain spaces. And I just want to undo that belief. I want to unpack it a little bit more, um, because I mentally know that I'm worthy, but I think sometimes in actions, particularly personally, it shows up a little bit differently. And then the last thing I have on my F no BS list is remain hopeful because there's beauty in that, but don't repeat cycles that make you sad or bring you back to feeling abandoned. God is in control. And that one is definitely more so of a personal F no BS list, or item, I should say. But I do think that it's important to be reminded that, like, don't you, oh my God, why can I not talk? Don't lose hope in what you want to be, the reality that you want, but also don't let being hopeful cripple you so much so that if things don't turn out the way that you want them to, you don't keep putting one foot in front of the other and you kind of get stuck in the dream of the thing and the hope that you're going to achieve the dream versus being hopeful in you're doing all of the things to manifest the dream. However, it's going to happen is up to God. So all you need to be focusing on is keeping the hope, keeping the faith, putting one foot in front of the other, being consistent, showing up as yourself, being obedient to what it is that you believe you should be doing. And then before you know it, you'll have what it is that you hope for in the way that you're meant to get it. So that's my list of things that I'm saying F no, that's BS in 2025. I hope that it inspired you in some way to create your own F no list. I think it is uh, a really cool way to, yes, like write down your goals and things that you want to achieve, but also life isn't all about daisies and roses. Like you need to also acknowledge things that you don't want, and because that's just as powerful as the things that you do want. So make your own F no BS list. Um, Also, planner. This company also has other products too on their Amazon. That's where I get their stuff. So you can check them out. I love their planners. Uh, they keep me going and they also make me laugh sometimes. So I hope you guys have an amazing 2025. I hope that you achieve what it is that you want to achieve. I hope that you surround yourself by people that support you. And if you don't have that support group, you find them this year. I hope that you get ballsy this year and try something that you would have never tried before, even if that means just showing up in spaces that you wouldn't necessarily put yourself in. And I hope you speak positively about yourself. I hope you give yourself praise more along the way versus waiting all the way to December 31st, 2025 to reflect on how far you've come. Whether it be a planner or journal, document how well you're doing professionally and personally. It does make a difference. And it also gives you a sense of gratitude as you navigate life in this journey. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Brand Unveiled podcast. Episodes drop every Tuesday, and I'll see you next week. Bye.